All right, so let's go over each and every new racer coming in Season 15, mid-seasons included, and see their stat distribution and their class. So Alice, guys, Alice is a speedster, as we thought. You see her top speed here. If you go to regulated level 50, her top speed is 7,081. She's the third fastest speedster in the game. So number one is Jack Skellington. He's at 7,279. This is these racers' base speed at level 50 without crew. So Jack Skellington is 7,279, Cruella DeVille is 7,239, and then Alice is the third fastest speedster at 7,081. Prince Eric is 7060, Samplin is 7020. So we're going to be going over, I know Samplin got a speed nerf as well, but Alice is faster than Prince Eric, Samplin, Jasmine, Woody, Will Turner, Joy, Moana. She's the third fastest speedster in the game, which is insane. So that's awesome to see. So she's a speedster. If you guys didn't know, her skills... Her normal, the Cheshire Cat appears above Alice's cart. The cart applies a random negative effect on the nearest cart around Alice. At the same time, Alice gains a random weak positive effect. So he's pretty much floating in front. You use the normal activation, and then somebody near you will get a negative effect. And then at the same time, she'll get a positive effect. So we'll see what that is. We'll definitely test that out. Charge. We saw this in the trailer. The White Rabbit starts running in front of Alice's cart, leaving a trail behind, kind of like a Pegasus trail. While Alice is following the trail, she gains a small top speed increase, becomes invulnerable, and is immune to off-road penalties. So you could do this through shortcuts and not slow down, which is great, and she gains a small top speed increase. So I wonder if she goes faster, if it's her underlying speed. Then she has a passive, which we didn't know. Alice gains increased top speed when driving on grind rails. That is really cool. I'm super stoked for that. That is very cool design right there. So she goes faster on grind pipe. So these Tron maps that are all grind pipes, she's going to absolutely crush it with. That is really cool as a speedster. I already like her a lot. I think she's going to be really good. So yeah, that's Alice, speedster. Next we have Mad Hatter. As people may have knew he was going to be a trickster. If you look at his stats, his high acceleration handling boost, he's one of those racers, low combat, low top speed. Let's see his skills. So his skills, his normal, in an attempt to fix the rabbit's watch, Mad Hatter scatters several watch parts on the track. Collecting the parts give him a moderately strong positive effect. If a rival stumbles upon a part, they are stunned, and Mad Hatter gains a very small amount of nitro. Cool. So he throws these watches on the track. If he goes over them, he gets a positive effect, whatever that may be. If people run into it, they'll get stunned, and then he gets nitro, which is really good, honestly. That's cool. And then the charge is he unfolds a tea party to enjoy with other racers for a moderate amount of time, so it lasts a decent amount of time, during which he and his teammates gain nitro over time. Cool. Racers that join the party are slowed down to match Mad Hatter's speed, and if a rival interrupts it, everyone attendant is stunned. When the party is over, Mad Hatter gains a speed boost and top what? I don't know how I could look at this. Should be this one here. Maybe a top speed buff. So pretty much he has an aura around him, and he gives him and his teammates nitro over time, which is cool. And if someone pretty much stuns him while this aura is happening, everyone's getting stunned, so even his teammates. That's going to be interesting. We'll see how this plays out. We'll see how that plays out. And then you have Queen of Hearts. She is, of course, a brawler. High top speed. Her acceleration and boost isn't that bad at all. Low handling, low combat, so she's like a heavyweight for sure. But with like pretty decent acceleration and boost. Let's see her skills. Queen of Hearts summons a wall of card soldiers to capture her rivals. When another racer collides with a club, diamond, or spade soldier, the Queen gets a small amount of nitro. When 5 rivals are pardoned by the King of Hearts, the Queen loses her temper in a blind fury and charges forward for a moderate amount of time. A moderate is... there's no space in between. And then we know her charged. The Queen of Hearts sends a card shoulder in front of every rival to capture them. When another racer collides with a club, diamond, or spade soldier, the Queen gets a small amount of nitro. When 5 rivals are pardoned by the King of Hearts, the Queen loses her temper in a blind fury and charges forward for a moderate amount of time. And we know this is an autopilot. So use her charge. There's cards that go through. If 5 people get hit by them, she gets a marker, then she gets her auto and invulnerability. And then I guess the difference between this one A wall of card soldiers to capture her rivals. When another racer collides with a club, diamond, or spade soldier, the queen gains a small amount of nitro, which is good because, you know, a lot of heavyweight brawlers don't have much nitro or much boost. When 5 rivals are pardoned by the King of Hearts, the queen loses their temper to blind fury and charges forward for a moderate amount of time. Interesting. So were we seeing the normal in the trailer? And in the charges, the Queen of Hearts sends a card soldier in front of every racer to capture them when another racer collides with a club, diamond, or spade. So I wonder if she auto stuns. If she just automatically puts these cards in front of people, like they're going in front of every rival to quote unquote capture them. They get stunned if they go through the hearts, then she gets 5 of her boost to then go faster and charges forward. So she's going to be interesting. I'm very excited for Queen of Hearts. She is the Diamond Pass racer, by the way, guys. I meant the Season Tour racer. So now, Fozzie Bear, coming this season, mid-season. He is a trickster. Pretty good top speed, better acceleration, decent handling and boost, and not as good combat. So he's going to be high acceleration, pretty good speed. He gets Rush, Hack, Cloak, and Fire, and then his abilities are Fozzie begins his performance by throwing unfunny jokes at nearby rivals, gaining a moderate top speed increase for the duration of the ability. Each joke that hits a rival applies a moderately strong slow. I guess slowdown. So he uses normal activation, he tells jokes, he gets a moderate speed increase as long as his ability is happening. And I guess maybe he slows down. I don't know what that means, but I guess he slows down people that's around him. Moderately strong, slow. His charge, he gets invulnerability. You can see the green. A ringing phone appears near Fozzie, catching his attention and making him invulnerable for a short period of time. After a delay, Fozzie answers the phone, losing the invulnerability and gaining a random, moderately strong effect. So I wonder if he gets like an item. I don't think so, because they would say item or skill, but he gets a strong effect, whether maybe it's like a Genie. When Genie uses his normal, he'll either get like invulnerability, he'll get a dash forward, he'll get cloak, something like that. So, all right, he's a trickster that gets invulnerability with decent speed. That's pretty cool. And then he could get more top speed by telling jokes. That's dope. And then last but not least, Scrooge McDuck, who I'm most excited for. Scrooge McDuck is a defender, which I love. Make him a good defender. He's a cloak defender. Cloak is a little bit nerfed this season, but he's a cloak defender. If you look, he's got very high acceleration, handling, and boost, and then shorter speed, not as much speed, and then combat as well. He's a cloak defender, though. So let's see his abilities. He's got a passive as well. His normal activation, Scrooge flips his lucky dime. If the dime lands on heads, Scrooge starts swimming forward in gold at a slow speed. So it's pretty much an autopilot, seems like. If the dime lands on tails, a small set of gold waves travel back from his cart, slowing any opponents he hits. So he's like a trident. Okay, so it's a 50-50 with him. He flips a coin. If it's heads, he gets an autopilot and he goes a slow speed. So I don't know if it's going to be that good. If it's tails, he sends it behind him and he'll slow people down. That's cool. Okay, his charge. Scrooge covers his cart in gold, becoming invulnerable for a short amount of time. Dope. While the ability is active, gold starts raining in a radius around Scrooge. Enemy carts within are periodically stunned. This could be really good because he's going invulnerable, and if there's a lot of coins that get thrown out when using his charge, he's going to be stunning people like crazy. So we'll see how many coins get thrown out, if it's going to be like an Aladdin type thing, or if it's going to be like a heavy stun like Steamboat Pete or something. We're going to see how this goes, but this is cool. He gets invulnerability and in auto, essentially, it seems like. And then his passive, dimes appear periodically on the track. Scrooge can collect them to receive additional skills. He's got like Genie vibes, man. So his passive, he's going to have coins around. If you go over a coin, he's going to get an item box. So he's not going to rely on just item boxes. He can go through item boxes and get his coins that are passively thrown on the field and get skills as well. With the potential auto. Heads, he gets an auto. Tails, he sends it back and slows people down. And then his charge here can stun people while being invulnerable. And he's gold, which I love. I'm excited for Scrooge, man. Scrooge is coming part 2. So yeah, that's the new racers, guys. If you go to the world map and you go to chapter 6, we do confirm that Fozzie is the mid-season for this season. Fozzie Bear level 30, so he'll be coming. And then Queen of Hearts confirmed is the season tour racer. So part 1 is going to be Alice. Part 2 is going to be Mad Hatter. And then you'll be able to get some Queen of Hearts shards in part 1 and part 2 from the extra chapter. So very cool. Very cool. Very neat. Very cool. We can't check these boxes here, but I know typically they're throwing the Queen of Hearts, the Season Tour Racer, in these multiplayer boxes in Chapter 5, so keep an eye out for that as well. There's her suit. So if we actually go to Queen of Hearts real quick, just for some R&D here. Get shards. Yeah, so Chapter 5, you can get some shards for her. Node 4, Node 9, and then Chapter 6, 23, and 30. So you'll get 10 shards here, 50 shards here, and then probably a total of 10 more shards here. So you're looking at probably like 70 total shards for her. Yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. Looks awesome. This is the base stats / abilities of all these racers. So Alice Speedster, third Speedster, fastest Speedster in the game. You got Fozzie Trickster, Mad Hatter Trickster, Queen of Hearts Brawler, and then Scrooge is a Cloak Defender. Let me know what you guys think. Who you most excited for? For me, it's definitely based on build. It's Alice and Scrooge. I like Queen too, but yeah, that'll be it. Happy racing. Catch you guys next time.